back to my channel. I've had several requests over on my Instagram channel. If you don't follow me there, it's Life on Noel. I will leave it in the description box below. I would love to see you over there on Instagram. But I've had several requests to film a Lasik Experience video. I had LASIK surgery about, let's see, it's been 6 weeks ago. And I just wanted to jump on here and tell you a little bit about my experience. So I started gradually losing my distance vision in my early 20s. So I've been wearing contacts and glasses for 23 years now. Over the last few years, I've been noticing that contacts have been just more irritating to my eyes, and so I went to see my eye doctor, and he said that as you get older and you've worn contacts for a lot of years, that your eyes will start to become more dry and less tolerable of wearing contacts. And because I knew that I just cannot wear glasses, they just are uncomfortable for me. I really like the look of glasses. These are the glasses that I have been wearing at night, and I think they're cute. I love them. I can't open my eyes in them now because it's so blurry and it would give me a headache, but this is what I would wear at night, and then I wore contacts during the day. So for quite a number of years I have been really wanting to go get LASIK, but I was unsure if I was ready to take the plunge. There was an issue with cost, there was an issue with just being generally nervous about it, not knowing what to expect. So what finally convinced me to go and check out LASIK was that one of my coworkers went and had LASIK, and she was literally back to work 2 days later. She could have come back to work the next day, but it just happened to fall on the weekend, I think. So she had like the best experience, and she went to a very well-known eye doctor here in our city. I live near Nashville, Tennessee, and I went to see Dr. Wang. And because of her experience, I just decided it's time to do it. I don't tolerate contacts well anymore. I don't like to wear glasses, so I made an appointment. I called from work. I made an appointment, and they told me that when you come for your assessment, you can have same-day surgery if you choose to, which I would assume that a lot of doctors would do that. So what they told me to do was I think it was 1 week prior to coming in for my assessment, I had to wear glasses for a whole week. You can't wear contacts for a whole week prior to your surgery. Not the assessment, just your surgery. So if you're not planning on doing same-day surgery, you don't have to worry about that. But so I wore my glasses because I was determined that I would do same-day surgery and that I was going to be a candidate. After 1 week of torture, having to wear these 24/7, I went to see Dr. Wang, and I was in the office for a total of maybe 3 hours. There was not a lot of patients in the office that day because I think that with the virus that's going around right now, they're trying to kind of downsize the amount of people in the office. But it was a good time frame that I had to be there. I had someone drive me because you can't drive yourself home that day. Some eye doctors might give you a different time frame of when you have to keep your contacts off, but mine was a week, and that's because contacts can kind of shape your cornea a little bit differently, so they want to make sure that your corneas are just kind of the natural shape that they need to be, so that's why you have to leave your contacts off. The date of surgery, you just need to make sure that you don't wear any makeup, don't put any lotions on your face, just have a freshly washed, clean face. So I went in for my assessment, and I was a candidate, and they go over the pricing with you, they go over what to expect, they go over the different procedures that they have available. I chose just the basic soft touch 3D LASIK. They also have a procedure called Smile, but I chose to just go with the traditional LASIK. They'll go over with you the differences of both of those procedures. So I just went through different rooms in the doctor's office, and they checked my vision, they checked your ocular pressure, they checked don't really know what all they're checking, but they do a lot of tests. once it was time for my surgery, most doctor's offices, I think from what the videos that I have watched on YouTube, will offer you a Valium. I did take it. It took the edge off just a little bit. I was extremely nervous leading up to. I mean, this was probably one of the most nervous times of my life, knowing that someone was about to cut flaps in my corneas. Okay, but let's not talk about that. Just do yourself a favor, don't Google any YouTube videos of the procedure before you go in. That's all I could think about while it was going on. So I got into the procedure room, drape stuff over you, they're putting numbing drops in your eyes, and you're waiting a few minutes to like get the numbing drops to take effect, and then the doctor comes in. Dr. Wang is so professional and so sweet. He says a little prayer for you before your procedure. Then whenever the procedure starts, there's someone with the doctor, in my case, where they were counting down for you so that you would know exactly how long you had for each step of the procedure. The only thing I felt was just a slight bit of pressure on my eye, and then a lot of just water. Rinsing your eye out with whatever it is that they use to rinse it, you can feel that the water is kind of cold, and they put stuff around you where it's not dripping down everywhere. That's all you feel. You feel a little bit of pressure, and you know, you have your eye open, they have it clamped open, you don't realize that's going on. I thought I was blinking throughout the whole thing. If you're afraid of your eye moving and that being an issue, what happens is the laser technology is so advanced that it can detect even just the slightest little movement in your eyeball. So if you start to move it during the procedure, it will stop. So that really helped me feel a lot more comfortable knowing, because I kept thinking, what if I just barely look over? Because, you know, if someone tells you don't look at something, or don't move, or don't breathe, that's the first thing that you want to do. So you're over here on this one machine. That's whenever they stabilize your eye, and you feel a little bit of pressure, and you feel the water, and then you move over to a different machine, and they count down again, and you're looking at a little red light. And I don't know, different doctors may have different equipment, different procedures, but this is how mine went, and the other YouTube videos that I watched beforehand were very similar. So you're looking at a little light, and then they count down, and then they put the little bandage lens over your eye, and then you close it, and then they move to the other eye, and the same thing, and it literally lasts minutes. It's so short. So it's over, and then you have the option to choose whether you want little tear duct plugs, which I chose to do those. So I just went over and sat in this chair, and the doctor put little bitty tiny plugs in your tear ducts, and that's to keep your eyes from getting as dry. They won't drain into those ducts. The drops and the natural tears in your eye will stay more on your eye and keep them hydrated and not dry out as easy. I do recommend those. I have hardly had any dry issues with my eyes so far. They will do an assessment to see how dry your eyes are originally. My eyes were moderately dry, and I still don't really have that much of an issue. I don't know if the plugs made the difference with that, but I would think that it did. But I haven't had much of an issue, and those plugs will dissolve, I think, over like 3 to 6 months. They just dissolve. You don't have to go back and get them taken out. So after your procedure is over, he'll have you open your eyes, and you can immediately see, even though you do have a lot of ointment and things like that in your eyes, so it's a little bit blurry, but there's no pain. You're opening your eyes up and looking across the room, and it's just one of the most amazing things I have ever experienced. If you were hesitant because of the actual procedure and does it hurt, I can tell you that I was nervous for no reason. It was no big deal. Like, it just didn't hurt whatsoever. I didn't need any pain medicine afterwards. It was great. Now, I will tell you that when it's over and you're on your way home, when you're riding in the car, you need to be prepared for a lot of tearing, and some burning will set in. So you have like some burning in your eyes and some tearing, and you're gonna feel like oh my gosh, you know, my whole face was just wet with tears. When you get home, your doctor will tell you to lay down and take like a 2 to 3 hour nap, and that's what I did. And when I woke up, all of that was completely gone. So they're gonna send you home with, or have you pick up from your pharmacy. It really depends on the doctor. I had to go to my pharmacy to get these. So my doctor sent me home with a little bag of goodies and goggles to wear in the shower and at night. These are the eye shields that he gave me to wear at night. So you just, basically you just tape them to your eyes, and it's a little dome that keeps you from, you know, trying to scratch your eye at night or anything going into your eye to disturb that corneal flap until it heals. It really does vary too on how long your doctor will have you wear them. My doctor it said 3 days, but I also have my 2 little chihuahuas in the bed, so I wanted to make sure that, you know, I was protected. So I wore these for 2 weeks actually at night. I wore them for 2 whole weeks, but I just felt better with them on. So, you know, they're going to give you a little bag of tape, and they're going to give you little eye shields, and then they'll tell you not to get your eyes wet for a week. And my doctor gave me these little goggles here, which I did wear them in the shower to keep, I did wear them in the shower, or I didn't even take a shower for a week. I just took a bath because I was so paranoid that I was gonna get water in my eye. But when I washed my hair, I like put them on, and it was kind of hard to wash my hair with this strap on there. So I just put them on like this, and then put a towel over it, and then just laid back and washed my hair like that, so that I would make sure I didn't get any water in my eye. And I think that's basically to keep any bacteria or anything like that from getting in your eye, so that you won't get an infection. However, if you do get any bacteria in your eye, one of the things that they give you to take home with you are several different drops. So they give you a steroid. This one is called Lotamax, and it's a really creamy consistency. It almost feels like you're dropping lotion into your eyes, but it's very comforting and soothing. I think I had to use this one 3 times a day for the first week. And then they give you, I don't know if everybody gets the same, but this is called Prolenza, and it's kind of like an anti-inflammatory for your eyes, also 3 times a day. And then this is the antibiotic, also 3 times a day for the first week. And then they also have you pick up some preservative-free eye drops, and they only come in these little individual like tubes that you take top off with. It's a little bit annoying because you have to put them in every 15 minutes for a week. It is a lot afterwards to have to put those drops in all the time, but you're going to want them in because your eyes are just going to feel a little bit irritated and dry for that first week. Just 1 week, it goes by fairly quickly. And then you may go back the next day. I went back 3 days after my appointment to get my bandage lens out. I think that was because I went on a Friday, and then I went back on that following Tuesday to get my bandage lens out. Some doctors have you go back the next day. So that's just it. And then you go back I think a week. Gosh, I've already forgotten. I think you go back a week or 2 later. Guys, I am so sorry. My camera cut off and I didn't realize it. But I just want to come on here and let you know that that was my LASIK experience, and that was pretty much it. And if you have any questions about LASIK, please leave me a comment below and I will try my best to answer those for you. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I am posting once a week here on YouTube, and also follow me over on Instagram at SherryKate3. And that's it. Bye.